Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler of the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 118. Wunder's here, and we're exhausted. That's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. No. I wish. Fuck. Oh, it's been a busy day.
That it has.
Both of us.
From murdering turkeys to helping you film videos. That's been my day.
From editing videos to recording videos to now recording a podcast. Haven't slept in over 24 hours. We're out here. We're putting in the work, putting in the hours.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. I don't get paid enough for this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's your fault. No.
Probably. No, actually, I'm the only reason that you get.
That's not true at all.
That you get.
That's not true at all.
Whatever. I get into Biddy Wars.
Yeah, but you're not the only reason. Stop being a cunt.
Okay, I'm part of the reason.
There you go.
I'm a good help.
Don't hate on the Geek Squad like that. We're going to make him try these seaweed snacks. And then
I've tried so much crap today that my body's already like, ugh.
Oh, and don't worry. We are going to try these again a different time.
Okay.
They go in one of the recipes.
Oh.
Can't remember which one, but just standalone, I was informed by Red that you can eat them standalone. They're not great standalone. They're better with stuff.
Okay, they're like paper? Alright.
Yeah. It's seaweed. It makes a little click-clack sound. It's very fishy, huh? Oh, he's going all in. Not a fan of that one? Or do you like it because you like fish? You look confused. You'll go from your face looking like you hate it to you kind of liking it to you hate it?
No, I feel like I just ate the ass out of a freaking trout right now. Maybe not even a trout, more like a carp. I just ate the ass out of a carp.
Not a fan of the seaweed, huh?
It tastes more fishy than eating actual fish.
It really does.
You know what it tastes like? Have you ever had a fish oil pill before?
No.
And you take a big old fish oil pill, next thing you know, you're burping it up. That is exactly what it tastes like. Except, honestly, I think I like the fish oil pills better.
Interesting.
That is revolting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Absolutely disgusting. Do not approve whatsoever.
I don't know if all seaweed is like this. I don't.
I've had actual raw seafood or seaweed that was good. I don't know what that is.
It's seaweed.
There is no way that is fucking seaweed.
It's seaweed.
Okay, well they ran it on the inside of a dead fish first and then dried it out. That's what.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I have fucking 12 or 14 packs of this. And look at how many layers is in there. There's more layers beneath.
I can't believe anybody would ever eat that for enjoyment. If anybody eats that for enjoyment, I don't know who hurt you or what happened in your life, but just stop. Stop damaging yourself that
But I'm
way.
sorry. It's not great. I didn't have that violent of a reaction, but I definitely had a reaction. Oh yeah, don't forget to, just like them, don't forget to go check out the new merch on geeksgear.store. Don't puke it up. Because you're going to clean my entire room if you puke it up. You good? You good?
Not good.
Is it the cheese or the...
No, honestly, I think I'd rather go eat a block of cheese.
Oh, you like cheese.
Not a block of cheese.
Why not? What's wrong with a block of cheese?
Because that's too much. Too much cheese. That will probably have the opposite effect. I will probably be constipated.
I think you ate more than a block of cheese today. We cheesed you up, buddy.
We cheesed the system for sure.
So today we recorded a blue milk video. Or blue coffee. It was not milk. It was too hot to be milk. What is your issue?
I think I'll take some of that G Fuel.
Well, you would have had water. We could have done that before we started the podcast, but your dumbass didn't.
Well, I didn't know I was going to eat that.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It was awful.
Take a swig of gin. That'll fix it.
Honestly, probably would.
Or, I mean, if you need something that's not gin.
Is that legal?
UV blue?
Is that legal to do that on a podcast? Oh, wait, it's YouTube.
I don't see why not. It's legal on Twitch. We're of age. It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know.
You've been of age for like 10 years now. That's false. But like 5? We're getting close to 5, right?
Be 3 for me.
Why do I... Okay.
Why do you feel like I'm so old?
I don't know. Because I feel like I'm so old.
Huh.
I was literally complaining about the bone in my ass hurting today.
Well,
do you need a swig of something?
If it bothers you that much, then quit having him come over.
No, you stop it! You want pineapple vodka? That's cotton candy. I don't know where I got pineapple from. Now let me tell you the story of this bottle. Because it is very wrong, right? It doesn't taste right, does it?
No, there's something else in that.
There's not. So what happened was, this bottle was in the limo that my father used to drive. So that's years and years ago. You know, like 6 at this point. But after he sold the limo, it ended up sitting in a trunk outside for like the entire time. So it's gotten super hot, super cold, super hot, super cold. It's just a fucked up mess.
It don't taste like cotton candy anymore.
It still kind of smells like it.
It's not bad.
Well, it's Pinnacle vodka. It's not good. It washed that fucking taste out of your mouth.
It definitely washed that shit down, though. I can now sit here and talk to you people without gagging. And
which was the goal. That's why I decided the actual vodka would probably be the best, because it'll clear your mouth out. Phrasing. My phone's almost dead. Guess that's what happens. Oh, so I got this notification earlier. Weekly report for my screen time. My screen time is down 6% from last week, for an average of 12 hours and 57 minutes a day. To be fair, like half of that is just because when I do something on my phone, like I scroll through Twitter and then I go, oh, I need to do something else. I don't lock it. I just set it the hell down and go do whatever I'm doing. So the screen's just constantly on, but it is still hilarious. That's less screen time than normal. 13 hours is less than normal for me. If we go click it, what app do you think I'm on the most?
Well, I'd say TikTok or Twitter.
Just, this is just showing today, basically. Apparently, I've been on TikTok for 3 hours today, YouTube for 2 hours and 20 minutes, Safari for 2 hours, iMovie for 25 minutes. I have been in the text messaging app for 20 minutes today. That's impressive. 17 minutes on Twitter, 12 minutes in my calendar, 4 minutes on CrossClip, and then like less than a minute basically everywhere else. Yeah. I wish it would actually show like what the report was talking about, show what last week was. Oh, I can change the day. Can I change the week if I go change it back to weekly? Week. Can I change the week? I can. Oh, well, we're already on last week. Last week total, I spent 33 hours on TikTok, 28 hours, 46 minutes on Twitch, 12 hours on YouTube, 10 hours on Safari. What was Twitter? 3 hours, 44 minutes. Because normally I Twitter on the desktop, it's better. Think I use my phone enough?
No.
And now you wonder why now you know why I get a new phone every year.
Yeah.
It's because by the time September rolls around and a new iPhone's out, the battery in this thing's shot. Because I use it more in a day than most people use their phones in a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like I do half my work from here. It's weird. It's weird how that works. Oh, man. Wild.
You should pick up another job. You have too much time on your hands.
I really don't. I have no time on my hands.
That says otherwise.
You do realize TikTok is my job, right?
Nope, it's not.
I think the fact that it is my largest following would argue otherwise.
Nope.
Oh.
Twitch has just been screwed up. You actually have like 100,000 followers on Twitch. You just don't know it.
I'd be more annoyed that my chat was so dead with 100,000 followers.
Oh, they're all following. They don't show up, though.
Oh, then that doesn't matter. Who cares? The follower number means absolutely nothing. The people who actually go to your stream, they mean something.
Half of they're actually there, just none of their stuff shows up.
Hmm.
Only the people that were originally there in the first place.
That'd be tough, but it's incorrect. Oh, so did you hear the wild fucking thing from yesterday? The shooting in Buffalo?
I heard
New York.
I heard something about a shooting in like a supermarket or something.
Yep. He live streamed it on Twitch.
Oh. As one would do, yes.
While targeting specifically black people.
Oh.
The N-word, hard R, was written on the iron side of his gun.
Oh.
Why are people allowed to be alive? Fuck it, drop the nukes. I'm over it. Sick of humans.
I wonder how long it's going to take before they start saying, oh, this was because of the Republican Party.
Probably was.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The most judgmental, racist people
No,
are
don't
definitely
do that.
on both sides of the party, not just Republican.
Sure, but I don't know. We've talked about this. The Republicans, at least the ones in power, are the same ones who don't believe in gun control. You know, doing the smart thing, make it hard for psychopaths to get guns. It's not that hard to do.
Well, at this point, it's not going to do any good.
Maybe not.
The better thing would be, all right, we're just going to lift any kind of gun restriction
No,
so that everybody can have guns.
That wouldn't be better.
That would be better. Statistically, it shows that would be better.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not. Look it up.
Let's just put guns in the hands of everyone, including people who have no clue how to operate a gun. You can't add a stipulation where you have to train with it. You just said remove all sanctions. So, you want to hand a 5-year-old a gun? No,
That's not what I'm saying.
You said remove everything, you dumb cunt.
Well, that's fine. You could remove everything, but that then also falls onto the parent to be a decent parent to be like, okay, I'm not going to let my 5-year-old fucking handle
And
a gun.
you're dumb enough to believe that parents could do that.
That's on the parent.
It's really not.
I mean,
sorry.
look at Wyoming. We all turned out fine.
Not everybody.
The majority of people.
There are so many people around here I wouldn't want owning a gun.
But they do.
Not all of them. Because they can't. Which is a good thing. Oh, you were in prison for murdering people with a gun? Oh, well, we just removed all restrictions, so here, we'll just give you some. You're a genius, aren't you? Oh, you did commit a mass shooting? Here, have a new gun.
Well, if you committed a mass shooting, you're not gonna ever get out of prison.
Until they do.
Until they don't. If you do something like that, you're going to prison for the rest of your life.
They weren't smoking a joint. That's not a life sentence. Only smoking a joint's a life sentence.
All I'm saying is there are some gun laws that make sense, but, we have background checks.
Except we have a billion ways around them. It's not a pain in the ass.
It doesn't matter how many fucking gun laws you put into place, unless you confiscate every gun in the entire fucking world, bad people are going to get guns. They're going to get them, no matter what. So you just
as well have... That's not the point. Why make it easy for them to get them? You just want to make it easy.
So explain to me how it's easy for them to get a gun.
Okay.
To go to a gun store, and if they're not legally allowed to get them, to get a gun from a gun store.
Okay, but to be legally allowed to get it, it's just don't be a felon. Cool, you can have a gun. Oh, you've never committed a violent crime that you were caught for? Cool, here, have a gun. Oh, you just turned 18 and...
So what are you going to do to...
Literally the thing we've talked about and that you agreed with. Mental health checks.
Oh, okay.
If you're not mentally fit to have a firearm, you shouldn't have one. I don't want to start with you today. But the thing
is it's not always just that simple to be able to be like, oh, this guy's mentally unfit to own a firearm.
It's not that simple.
It's.
I'm not saying we can stop guns from getting into every evil person's hands, but to make it, your argument was literally just make it so any goddamn idiot can go get a gun, and that's stupid. You're a moron.
What I'm saying is adding more gun restrictions isn't doing a damn thing.
Adding more guns to the flow is only going to make it worse.
Right now, so far I have not heard of anything that has made any sense that's going to keep guns out of criminal hands. The only thing I've heard so far is, it's going to take guns out of law-abiding citizens from being able to protect themselves.
But I've never argued that. But there's also so many easy ways around background checks to get a gun. Go to a gun show.
Which most states, you go to a gun show, you still have to go through a background check.
Is it?
Most
states.
It
probably is.
Wyoming is one that you don't have to. But if one that you do go to, they still say that if you do purchase a firearm and you are a felon, that is on you.
Well, yeah. But again, loopholes in the system that shouldn't exist.
The problem is it would be kind of hard to close those loopholes. Because a lot of times, the gun, especially at a gun show, it's just grandpa's gun that got from his grandpa, and from his grandpa, sure. Which has no papers with it. It's not like you can do a background check on that gun, because it's not just a background check on the person. It's on the gun. So you know that this person has this gun.
Sure.
That is how the system is set up today. And you can't really trace a gun like that. It's hard, Yeah, sure, they still got a serial number, but...
Which means you can set it up in the system now instead of just letting it be an unidentified gun forever.
All I'm saying is I've got a lot of guns that probably aren't marked and nobody needs to know I have them.
Sure. Well, except the entire internet now.
They don't know what I have and how many I have.
That's fair, but I'm never going to be the guy to argue guns are evil. You know that. But I am the guy to argue there's got to be a better way than what we're doing. Right. I'm not sure what it is.
That seems to be everybody's problem. Because so far, it's just from one side, the left, really, it's like, we just need to get rid of all guns.
You're never going to be able to take all of them.
Yeah, there's too many guns.
There's no
going back
way.
now. There's no going back. So at this point, it's, if you are, seem to be a decent human, you don't have any felonies, and you want to go protect your family, you want to go buy a firearm, go buy one. Not have to go through a 6 month course or a 6-month waiting period.
No,
just
you
to
should
go-
absolutely have to. We've talked about this. You should absolutely have to go through some form of hunter's safety or some class to be able to own a firearm. I absolutely believe that. No more idiots with firearms.
That's touchy.
You need
if
it's not.
If it's just like that, that's fine. But the problem, what is happening today?
They need to be trained on what a gun is and how to use it. Otherwise, they don't deserve to have one.
Yeah.
I don't want some random asshole who doesn't know what's going on having a gun. I don't like that.
But what I'm saying is, when you implement that stuff, it turns into like what we have today. So, like in California, for instance, if you want to get a firearm and you want to become a legal gun owner and stuff, because you have to have a permit to carry a fucking gun in the state of California.
Sure.
You get put out. You have to go through this training period or whatever by the local police department or sheriff's office or whatever. We'll put you on the waiting list. 3 years go by and they've never contacted you. 10 years go by, you still haven't been contacted. It's impossible nearly. And they do that on purpose. They made it nearly impossible for you to get a firearm to protect yourself from other crazy people who just go through loopholes and get firearms. So you can't protect yourself from those idiots. That's why these things today are happening, because nobody, they know these people, like in New York, they have really strict gun laws. Nobody has a gun. Nobody can protect themselves. If I'm a shooter, I'm going to go to a place where I know people can't shoot back.
I still stick by the fact it doesn't matter if I barge into a room. So this is all hypothetical. Please do not read too far into it. But if I barge into a building looking to shoot it up, and 10 people in there have a gun to defend themselves from me.
Yep.
Maybe 1 out of those 10 would be able to pull the trigger back at me.
I think that's false.
It's really not.
I think it's completely false. Look at places that it has happened. So, like that church a few years ago that got this gunman come walking in.
With the crazy guys who have spent their entire lives talking about how they want to shoot people whenever they get the chance. I'm talking about normal-ass people.
These are normal-ass people.
Sitting around all the time praying for any situation where you get to shoot somebody is not a normal.
How do you know that? These people go... have you watched the interview with this guy?
No.
Exactly. You're making a stupid argument. This guy, he just carries a firearm with him just in case. Honestly, most of the time he carries a firearm with him is because he runs his cattle. I believe this happened in, Texas, probably?
It was Texas.
There's a lot of people there that aren't just crazy-ass gun enthusiasts. And even if they are, it doesn't matter. This person busted into a church. He shot one person. Yeah, because it takes a little bit to realize what's happening. But once they realize what's happening, this guy drew his pistol, boom, pulled the trigger one time, hit the guy in the head. Threats taken care of. Gun.
I don't know if this is a great topic for a podcast. We might want to reset.
I don't know. I think it's a great topic.
Yeah, but monetization and dealing with people, I don't know.
What?
I enjoy the conversation, but
say I'm armed and I'm carrying, and some guy decides to start trying to shoot up a populated place that I happen to be in. For me, I don't care so much about myself. I care for other people more than myself. There might be children there. There might be other people there around me that I care about. I am more willing to pull a trigger on somebody for someone else than I am for myself. If somebody pulls a gun on me, I'm going to be like, hey man, can we talk? Let's, but if they pull a gun on somebody else, I'm not going to give them the opportunity to shoot them, For me, it's like, okay, I'm taking a risk with my own life.
Sure.
That's one thing, but I'm not going to risk somebody else's life.
Sure.
So,
I don't know.
It is definitely a touching subject, and I like talking about it because it's an important subject. But
it is.
But the thing is at this point, we are way too far into guns for going back. There's no going back at this point.
Yeah, because
no matter even if
they could go take every registered gun, and
right.
that there's still going to be millions out there.
There's close to 1 trillion firearms in the United States.
That.
I'm pretty sure. It's just.
I don't think you realize how big a number 1 trillion is.
I exaggerating obviously, but my thing is there's too many guns to track at this point. You know?
Yeah.
There's so many guns that nobody knows about that were built in basements, and you know, and Biden, he's all big on the whole ghost guns thing, but you know, how many of those things were built before you decided to magically pay attention to them? There's so many guns out there that nobody knows exists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you see them in, you know, these gang wars and stuff that happen all the time. These guns, most people that are in gangs are felons and aren't allowed to own guns, but those are the people that do most of the murdering. You know?
I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It pretty well is. You know.
Yeah, well, okay. I don't think we should state something as fact if we don't know it for a fact. Do you have the numbers? Can you prove what you're saying?
Probably get on my phone and pull it up.
But that's the thing. Don't state it as a fact if it's not if you aren't willing to.
I think it's just common knowledge that people who are in gang type things most of the time have been in and out of the law.
Well, sure.
For the majority of their lives. And
that
the ones that don't have a record are probably the ones that are a little better at not getting caught.
Well, that's how crime works.
Well, not necessarily. Yeah. That's, you know, you can go stab a guy and get, you know, a couple of years, and then as long as it's not drugs, you're fine.
That's valid. I think that's the bigger issue. One of the bigger issues.
Yep.
I mean,
what drives me nuts though?
Our entire criminal justice system is just a mess.
You say, and there was another thing I wanted to bring up though, is if you want to bitch to somebody about things not being taken care of or things happening, you know how many times that people have gone in and shot up someplace, like in New York? This person a year ago threatened to shoot up a school, apparently. But the FBI and the police didn't do anything about it.
Now I have to ask, though. You didn't even really know what happened, but you know he threatened prior?
Well, because I just read it when I was out there a little bit. Because I didn't understand. I was making sure that it was the same thing, that I didn't want to go and assume that's what you were talking about and then look like an idiot, if you know what I mean. I read a little bit. It pops up on my phone and I read on it a little bit, but I didn't really go into the real details, but there's been a couple news things that popped up about how this guy had threatened a school a year ago or something like that to shoot it up. And my thing is was there nothing done about it?
Why would there be?
He threatened to shoot up a school. That's a pretty significant.
There's threats all the time, and nobody ever seems to care.
Exactly. If you want to focus on something, focus on that. Focus on that type of stuff. If you do something stupid like that, you should face consequences.
You should face...
Not just don't do that. You know?
No, that's consequences for a lot of things in this country. Our justice system's a mess.
Don't focus on gun control. Focus on our legal system.
Focus on people control.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. That's stuff I believe in. Okay, this guy threatened to go shoot up a school. We need to focus on this guy. Maybe that's the type of person that shouldn't own a firearm. And maybe he wasn't allowed to own a firearm.
Right.
It's New York, so most likely he probably was not allowed to have that thing.
Maybe.
Not allowed to have that firearm, and he still had it. Therefore, hey, gun control doesn't fucking work. Because New York has one of the strictest gun control places anywhere, besides like Chicago, Illinois, and California.
But I mean, the other thing is, isn't New York bordered by states where you can just go buy a gun at fucking Walmart?
Not really.
I don't know what sits on the borders of it, because I know some states are like, because with Illinois, it's Indiana. You can just go get a gun. So all you got to do is drive 20 minutes. Well, you know what I mean. Drive a couple hours and go get a gun easily and just.
I wasn't talking Illinois in a state general. I'm talking
that's what
Chicago, Illinois.
But even then, you just drive a couple hours, go get the thing, drive back. It's not that difficult.
But the article I've read a while back, majority of the guns that are used in crimes in Chicago, Illinois are not from outside sources.
They have to be.
They've been around. A majority of them have just been around because these people, even though they're driving outside of the states to get them, most of them aren't legally allowed to purchase a firearm. So even if they are going outside of the state to get them, they're still not legally doing it. They're going to find a loophole no matter what. Just like rich people not paying taxes. They're always going to find a way to get around it.
That's fair. Pretty simple to get around, actually. But everything in this country sucks. I don't like any of it. I don't know what's left to like.
Well, inflation's kind of sucking right now, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Barely got a couple bags of groceries today. It was $140.
Yeah.
$17 for a little thing of freaking
$17 for an ass
coffee, which is Folgers. Folgers is ugh.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna spend $17 on coffee, it better be some good ass coffee.
I think I spend more than that on my.
Well, right, I know, but I'm still
top
saying
of the morning stuff.
Folgers should not be more than $5 for a big tub of it.
Probably not.
Which it used to not be, but right now it's $17 and getting higher.
Well, was that at the small town local grocery store or at like Walmart?
That's at the stores, all of the small town stores around here, like.
Well, because they're always higher. Like,
but still, I'm saying that they didn't used to be. Like 2 months ago, they were $5. Now they're 17.
Which that's what I'm saying though. Is they were $5 then, but at Walmart it was like $2.50.
And I'm pretty sure if you looked, because what it amounts to is fuel prices being so high. It's costing everything to be shipped is costing a lot more money.
That's part of it, and so is all the fucking warehouses burning down everywhere.
Oh yeah,
that's wild. We're not going full conspiracy.
That's a topic
theory.
for another day, because
that's not a topic for this podcast. You can
call me a conspiracy theorist.
I'm going to, because there's just
all of them food processing plants and. That amount of them just burning down randomly within a month is kind of...
See, it's not just food processing plants, though. And actually, the majority of them aren't. Like, an Amazon warehouse is not a food processing plant, but there's food there.
But things that strategically would suck to really lose as far as shipping things to places and
but the issue is, like, the Amazon warehouses, this kind of happens a lot to them. Even before the last couple of years. It's almost like Jeff Bezos is a dickbag.
Well, he is. But...
So, like, were the buildings ever built correctly? Was it wired correctly? Probably not.
I'm sure they were. I'm guessing that the shit that goes on inside of them afterwards probably isn't up to
maybe
standard.
I don't know what causes it, but this was something that happened before now.
Honestly, I bet it's probably from the employees going, fuck this place, and Molotov cocktailing the place.
I could see it. I mean, did you not read the reports about how they weren't allowed bathroom breaks and they had to pee in bottles?
Yeah.
I'd eventually set the bitch on fire, too.
Yeah, I would burn that place down, too. Amazon, I could see why that gets burnt down. And it may be on purpose, and I don't blame them.
But I think a Walmart shipping center or something stupid.
Super center or whatever they call it. They ship everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's like...
Well, it's something about just fires in Indiana, which is where like all of these places are anyways for some reason. Because it's very central to the country. I know. But I don't know. I think it's weird to always try to go the route of everything has to mean something.
Well, yeah. But I would rather ask the question than to just go, nah.
Okay, but the thing is, does asking the question actually make a difference?
Can. It raises awareness. Somebody might go, oh, I seen something.
See, but even if they saw something, does that rebuild the factory and put the food back on shelves? No, so it doesn't fucking matter.
No, but it might find somebody that's accountable for doing these types of things. If it is a collaborated thing,
Sure.
It might put an end to it so it doesn't keep happening.
if we know anything from human history, the more something happens, the more cult following it gets. It doesn't matter how hard you shut it down. There will always be people to continue whatever was being done.
Yeah.
We can never shut it down. That's how humans work. They become obsessed with whatever it is they become obsessed with. Yikes. Words are hard. And so, I don't know. To me, it's one of those things, why waste brain resources on something that can't be fixed? It's over.
I'm not about the whole just give up on...
That's not what I'm saying, but the building's burned down. Cool, you catch the guy, you put him in jail. Doesn't put the food back on the shelves. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think that's a kind of a stupid mentality, because, I mean, you look at it like this. Oh, this guy just murdered this person. It don't matter now. He's already dead. Just let him go. I mean...
No, but to pretend like putting him in prison fixes anything, it doesn't.
Well, it might stop him from burning down the next one for a while.
Stop him, but, you know, then the next crazy will just do it anyways. Well, and again, I don't think it's...
If it goes unchecked, then you're going to have a lot of crazies, and you're not going to be able to cut the head off the snake, if you know what I mean.
I mean, isn't the world just like a hydra anyways? Not the organization, but like the fictional creature. Cut off one head, two more will take its place.
Well, that's why you need a Medusa. To turn it into stone and...
Stone?
Stone. Turn it into stone, and then you can crush it. And be the end of it.
I don't know how I feel about this episode of the podcast.
It's a strange one. But they're all strange, though.
I'm just trying to figure out how fucked up this is going to make my internetness. I don't feel like I'm in the right headspace to be talking about what we're talking about. I can barely think.
Well, that's the best time to talk about these things, when you can't think.
Because I can't school you like I do half the time.
I don't know. These are the type of topics that I'm kind of ready for.
To a point. But
I'm ready to bring up certain points.
Sure.
Involving the topic. But,
you know, sharing your opinion about politics on the internet is just such a... It's so divisive.
I mean, the thing is it's like, it's just an opinion.
That's true.
And that's what sucks about today's politics, is in the end, it's just an opinion.
Right.
In the end, I'm still just another human being that has an opinion.
It's a thing we've mentioned every time these podcasts have delved into politics. Fuck, I can't speak right now.
He's very tired.
Yeah, I've hit the wall.
This may end up being a fairly short podcast.
Probably not. But, like, the thing is, we disagree on lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was going to say that doesn't mean we are dicks to each other. If you watch the streams, we are. But that's an entirely different situation.
The point is we're still friends in the end.
Right.
You know,
it doesn't matter.
We'll tell each other to get fucked, and then...
Right? It's like, we're going to disagree, we're going to disagree.
Yeah.
The thing is, when somebody has an opinion, bring up the facts, whatever. Bring up the facts, bring up your argument, whether it's based in facts or not. Mm-hmm. Because not everything can be.
Yep.
It might just be the Obi-Wan Kenobi style from a certain point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And you just let the person decide. If you're going to agree, you're going to agree. If you're not, you're not. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Don't ruin friendships and shit because you disagree on anything. I don't care what... no, I do care what it is in some circumstances.
Right. Right.
There are some circumstances where you can go fuck yourself, but...
Right. But we've had those type of...
I don't think we have any where one of us is the wrong side of a truly go fuck yourself topic. You have tried to be because you're terrible at wording things half the time.
Yeah, that do.
And then he gets mad when he words it wrong, and me and Destiny nearly murder him for it. That's not what I'm saying. What I meant, what I was saying was it changes it completely.
I don't just get mad at. It's not like I'm getting mad at them. I'm just getting flustered and pissed at myself because I can't accumulate the words properly in my mouth to make it not shitty. You know what I mean?
Because those trips to Laramie for football games, we've had some times.
There's a reason why I'm not a public speaker. I don't speak very well. I don't word things very well.
Apparently, when
know what I mean, not what I say.
Apparently, when I'm tired, I struggle with wording things.
You struggle all the time. It's just...
No, normally I struggle getting the words to come out of my mouth without stumbling over them. But, like, multiple times today, you've been like, I don't get what point you're trying to make, and I keep having to redo it. And apparently, when I'm tired, I can't articulate it correctly.
Yeah. Welcome to my world, buddy.
So this is how slow your brain is on the average day?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Which is
tough.
Still probably faster than most people.
Maybe, but
damn. Brain power is not the highest.
This feels weird. My brain doesn't normally move this slow. It's weird.
Yeah, well. See, I don't know if my brain moves that slow. It's more like I got too many other things that I'm trying to jumble together at the same time. So it's like I just lose everything. It's like, oh, I got it. I don't got it.
That'll happen.
I don't know. I swear I must have ADHD or something.
Probably do.
I don't know what HD is, but I got 80 of them some bitches.
I don't know what 80... Yeah, fucking...
Oh, this is great. I love seeing him this way.
I don't know.
I'm pretty tired too, but I don't know. A little shot of alcohol.
Well, I mean,
relax the body a little.
I mean, my entire last 3 weeks has been extra shitty sleep, so...
Yeah, honestly, same. Still trying to turn myself back into a normal person. After you work nights.
Fuck being a normal person. I miss you working nights.
Why?
This day shift shit sucks. Like, I know you get to be there for streams, but you're not there when I need to record stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because when I need to panic record something, it's at 2 a.m.
Yeah, and
you're not here for...
dead asleep at that point.
Yeah, you're not here for panic recording at 2 a.m.
It took me a while, but I'm getting to where I'm starting to feel tired at 10:30, and that's still too late. I need to be going to sleep getting tired about 8:30 and going to sleep at 9:30.
Well, no, because you're not getting off the stream until 9, so...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm getting towards the end of the stream, I'm getting tired so I can fall asleep.
Gotcha, yeah.
Not lay there in bed for 2 hours and then only get 4 hours of sleep.
Well, you're a psycho with the way you do your sleep and go to work stuff. You are.
I don't know. I've always been one of those people that likes to get up a little extra early.
It's more than a little,
It's not... I also have a 40-minute or an hour-long drive.
Let's assume it's a full hour. You work at 7. Right. The hour is 6. Right? You gotta leave your house by 6. Mm-hmm. That's assuming it's an hour. It's not. It's 35, 40 minutes.
Well, I stop and grab drinks on my way there.
Okay, but still...
every day.
There is no reason...
And fuel if I need it.
There's no reason it should take you 30 minutes to grab drinks. Or 15 or 20. It should take 5.
And also, for some reason, at that early in the morning, you always have slow frickin' drivers.
So you pass them.
And you can't.
But you can.
You try.
If your truck was as fast as you say it is, you would.
But the problem is it's always right outside of, in the same spot every time. And it's right where you can't, there's always a perfectly spaced amount of vehicles coming the opposite direction. So you can't pass them. And they're going 45 in a 70.
Yep.
How many people gotta get to work? Sorry, Grandma, but get out of the way.
My question is, where the fuck are those people going in the morning?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Why are you on the road?
I swear sometimes they're out there on the road at that time just to make people late for work. That is their job. They have they just got it and said, I know what I'm going to do for my retirement. I'm going to make other people late for work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then bitch about how this generation doesn't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any work ethic. I fucking hate those stupid arguments.
Yeah. Yep.
There's so many weird things. The amount of people, I don't know, you kind of still believe the old school way on this, but like looking at like vacation time and shit for people. I've never understood you have to request vacation time. No, the reason I came to you was to tell you I'm not going to be here these days. Figure it the fuck out. Right. Not my goddamn job. Now, if you have 0 vacation days, that's a whole different. But if I have 10 vacation days stored up from however your job does vacation days, which the U.S. does vacation awful compared to every other country in the world, but that's because we're awful at everything.
Also, the thing that drives me nuts is maternity leave is like not a thing in the United States.
Yeah, no.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, no, maternity leave is kind of a thing. It's awful compared to everywhere else.
Right. Like
paternity leave doesn't exist.
Right.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
But no, like, because you have to earn your vacation time for some fucking reason. So let's say you have 10 days of vacation time and you go to your boss and say, I'm going to fucking Italy for these 2 weeks here. Because you work 5 days a week, you still get weekends. So you can go for 2 weeks, but only take your 10 days of vacation. To me, that's not, I want to go on these days. No, it's, I'm not going to be here. So
right. I worked to have that vacation.
Right.
You don't get to dictate when I take my vacation.
Right.
And it's also the thing that drives me nuts, too, is some companies say you're sick, and you go, oh, shit, I'm sick, and you try to take a sick vacation day.
Just a sick day.
Just a sick day.
That's a different thing.
And they say, oh, well, we really need you here. And it's like, sorry, I'm sick. I'm taking a sick day.
Yeah.
And then they try to act like they're gonna fire you for that.
Yeah, right.
That will piss me off.
We're gonna have to write you up on Monday. It's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna be in. I'm done. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the one thing I've noticed about younger generations is they take a lot less. People take a lot less bullshit now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to just be a douche. Which is great. Like, I was reading this thing.
Well, and the thing is the job market right now, there's other shit you can do.
There's a billion jobs.
Like, maybe back in the day, the job market was tough, so you finally got this job that's decent paying. You just kind of put up with shit, because if you got fired, you might not be able to get another job for a while.
Oh, yeah,
nowadays,
it's just...
like right now, if I decided to quit this job, I bet I could go four other jobs if I wanted to. They're not going to pay as well, probably. Or they
do. You can just go back to the bar.
Well, yeah.
They pay almost the same.
Right.
Almost.
Right. But I always have, options now.
Yeah. Like,
and I guess that is one good thing about today's, workforce. But and there's so many other, like, a lot with people, and I always didn't understand the whole, technology is going to destroy our jobs. Actually, technology is statistically created more jobs.
Oh, absolutely.
You have stuff like Walmart where they do the self-checkout.
The cashiers are going away, which I don't view as a problem. I don't know. I in my life have experienced so many slow cashiers.
Right.
Where it's ring. Oh, something messed up. Ring.
Yeah.
It's like, I have 2 shopping carts full of food. Today, Junior. Like, come on.
I mean, that's also, it's bad, but it's also good, because you also look at the pay raise that everybody got by them cutting their employees.
Right.
They're still making a ton of money by cutting all those employees, but, instead of getting paid, $8 an hour, they're now on average, getting like $17 an hour.
Sure.
So that's why my girlfriend, she's like, shit, if I have to, I'll go work at Walmart for 6 hours a day.
Right?
Like, get paid $17 an hour. And in certain places, you actually get benefits now working at Walmart.
Well,
So
Walmart's always offered benefits
Right,
if
but-
you're full-time, but the odds of you getting a full-time job there, that's the other way that companies in the U.S. get to take advantage of people.
right.
We're going to hire you as part-time, work you 39 and a half hours a week, so basically work you full-time.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're not giving you that extra half hour, no
It's not
benefits.
full-time.
Yep. Which is wrong.
That's kind of how
as
my
fuck.
job is right now, but I'm on salary, but I'm also getting paid just as much as a full-time worker.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's just a stipulated, okay, you work from here to here, and it's salary. You may work 2
Right.
hours one day.
The reason you don't have benefits is because it's a temp job. You're
Yep.
not...
Yeah, yep.
Like, it is not designed... Like, a part-time Walmart worker, it's not set up to where you are done working here in 6 months.
Right.
No, we can work you forever. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with the company not giving you benefits if it's because the position you're taking is one that they only require for 6 months.
Right.
I get it. I still don't love it, but I get it.
Yeah. But in the same token, if I accidentally forget to scan something, or if something goes wrong while I'm scanning, I'm technically not a trained scanner, so, I mean, if you don't want shit to mess up, then you pay for an employee that knows what they're doing or that you have trained to do.
That's fair.
That's also my thing. You know, when Walmart tries to get upset because, oh, well, you scanned this, but it didn't go through. Well, I didn't know that. You know, half of these old timers have no idea how to work anything technologically advanced.
That's fair.
So you expect them to just magically know how to run these scanner things, especially if you get stuff like vegetables where there's not a scanner on them, you have to actually type them in. That's rocket science right there for an old timer. I'm not saying all old timers, but a lot of old timers.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, granted, they're a little better than they used to be, because you used to be just, you were on your own. Now they at least have a lady or a couple people, employees that stand there and kind of watch over things, so if they see that you're having a little issues, or if you scan something and there's an issue or something, there's a little red light that lights up so they can go over there and assist you. Like, oh, hey, this didn't go through properly, or hey, what do you need help with?
you know, I don't get it. I just lost what I was going to say. It
Good.
just
Good,
vanished.
Anakin. It was probably not a good thing to say anyway.
No, it was a good one, but it was something about something.
Oh, well, that's very descriptive.
I know, I'm really pushing the tempo here.
I think you should go to bed.
No, I'm good.
You are
I'm
not
not good.
You have not drank enough coffee for this to happen.
That's the goal.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I don't need coffee. Coffee needs me.
I hate coffee with a passion, but I can't live without it.
It's just the caffeine.
Yeah.
I don't know. G Fuel was doing great. I just haven't had G Fuel in like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what the hell was I gonna say?
Something to do with jobs, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah. Fuck. No, so I'm gonna go back to the story I was trying to tell way earlier, because for some reason I can remember that.
No.
So I was watching this TikTok, and this person was telling this story about how they'd applied for a bunch of jobs. They got an interview at this place. Like, during their interview, they said, hey, I booked a vacation to this place at this time. This was during their interview, before they were hired. They, booked a vacation at this place, these days, this times, whatever. I'm not gonna be here. If you hire me, whatever. So, I'm not gonna be here either way. Well, the company hires them, and somebody more senior in the company decides they want to take vacation at near the same time. So, they try to tell this employee that warned them before they were hired that they weren't going to be there for that, well, you're going to have to come in. We expect you to be here. No?
I expect you to
Go fuck
spit
yourself?
everywhere?
Yeah, I saw
Kiss
that.
my ass?
Like, I don't get it. this weird, I don't know. It's the weird idea of needing to be loyal to companies. There's this weird, I don't know.
They expect you to be loyal to them, even though if you die, they're going to replace you in 2 days.
Yeah.
So you're expendable, but you're supposed to show uncanny loyalty to them.
The weird thing is, other employees think the same way. It's more a certain age bracket.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know what the point of being loyal to a company is.
It's all about pride.
Fuck you, pride. Bing bong.
Pride.
Not that kind of pride.
That's what I kind of like about where I'm working now. We all technically work for a company, but it's a shit show because half the stuff that we have is old and decrepit and doesn't work properly, and they expect us to just get by. So, we're gonna just do our own thing, and they're not gonna have a problem with it because you're not making the steps to better our environment. Like for instance, we don't have water out there. We have to buy our own water and bring water in, which technically, in the state of Wyoming, a company has to provide water for their employees. So,
you don't work in the state of Wyoming.
Or Nebraska, too. It's the same thing.
I was going to say, I don't know what the laws are there, but
it's the same thing.
You're working in a different state.
Wyoming, Nebraska, if you have a technical bona fide business, especially like Pathfinder, which is a state job. You're
revealing a lot about what you do.
It's all right. I mean, you can look it up.
You're doxing yourself.
Cool. But anyway, you can. They have to provide water for you, and so this was we kind of got into an argument over it a few days ago because one of the employees said, "Hey, we need to have water," and for whatever reason, our foreman was like, "Well, just bring your own water from home." And he's like, "No." He's like, "That's not the point. The point is we should have access to water here.
It's legally required."
It's legally required. And he tried to argue with the fact that, what? That just doesn't make any sense. What do you, if we're 15 minutes out there and you need water, you just drive all the way back here to try and get water? He's like, if I have to, but he's like,
if I run out of water 15 miles that way and I have to then not only come back to here, but then go another 20 miles into town.
Yeah.
Dumb cunt.
So, but the thing is we didn't even have water to make coffee. We have a coffee maker there. We didn't even have water, fresh water to make coffee. And when, for the early people
I find
who show
that
up.
so funny as a company that works with water. It's like what they do. Funny.
And also we burn constantly. So it's super hot. We sweat a lot and you need to stay hydrated. That is very essential.
Hydrate or die.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, I was on the boat with, well, yeah, they should provide water. And then I didn't understand why our foreman was arguing with us about the fact that there should be water, because it's not even his,
It's a benefit to you too, you dumb cunt. It's not your money. It's not your resources.
It's not his. It doesn't have anything to do with him. He tried to argue with us. It's like, well, first of all, it's not your place to argue that fact. It has everything to do with, we're going to talk to our boss and ask him to ask his boss, which, hopefully gets carried up the line to say, hey, we should be provided with water. And farther into, Nebraska, where actual headquarters is, they have stuff like, they have an espresso machine, and
do they have water?
They have those big water deals, where you could fill your own water bottles and stuff. It's filtered water, and so they got that stuff. But for their other employees, that's not.
You're grunt workers. You don't need water.
Yeah, pretty much. So that he was just bringing up that fact, and I'm like, well, that's a valid argument. And then the foreman started to, and then he got all butthurt when he got called a shitty foreman. So,
oof. Well,
I mean, you kind of asked for that.
You kind of earned that one, jackass.
He's honestly he's a nice guy and all, but sometimes he's just kind of blinded by his pride.
Well, and the weird company loyalty.
Yeah.
His company's done right by me. It's like, has it?
I've been working here 11 years.
Right. It's one of those.
Like, well, you're dumb for not bringing up the fact that there should be water here if you've been working here that long. And
right. It's one of those, like, well, the company's done a lot right by me. It's like, that doesn't mean they haven't done wrong, and that wrong doesn't need fixed.
The point of being an employee for a company is to better the company. Yep. No matter how you do it. If there's something that should be there that isn't, bring it up as an employee. That is your job as an employee. If you get fired for it, then that company did not deserve you. There's other companies out there that are better places to work.
Absolutely.
Money is not everything.
Even if it is, there's lots of places for money.
You work to live, not live to work.
I don't know. I kind of live to work.
That's different.
But that's also by choice.
You're doing something that you like to do.
That's true.
That's different.
I'm not out
because working to live and living to work is one and the same at that point.
Right. Like I do what I enjoy. I don't work a job to try to get the money to do what I enjoy.
Most of us, me included, don't get to do stuff that we honestly wanted to do in our life.
Part of that is also, though, you never really figured out what you wanted.
Well, there is things I wanted to do and would have enjoyed doing. It was just an impossible path, if you know what I mean.
No path is impossible.
Very highly unlikely it will. So, like, I wanted to be, for instance, I wanted to be an archaeologist or a paleontologist, one of the two. And
do it.
I wanted to.
It's a little late
but the problem is, it's very, very hard to succeed as an archaeologist or a paleontologist. You have to become, get sponsors and it's super expensive for a college in the first place to even get recognized.
Yeah.
And after that, you have to try and get sponsors. And your best case scenario is you get sponsored and then you have a TV show and you become a renowned archaeologist or somebody like Josh Gates or somebody like that.
Sure.
That's about the only way you're going to make enough money to pay off your student loans in the first place. Sure, I might be doing something I love, but I'm struggling to survive and feed myself because I have these crippling student loans, and I'm in a position where I'm not getting paid much. You also
got fucked by...
Also, I went to school and
I was gonna say the school you went to did not do
school that.
Well, it's not about the kids. It's about
not a great educational system.
That's not even the part that
and our
was
financial
bad.
Advisor probably wasn't the greatest in the world.
No, the guidance counselor that's supposed to help you get fucking scholarships and grants and all that stuff. You got one option.
Yeah, you get the Hathaway. That's it. So. Then when I go to some place like the next town over, which they have a little better, advisor, and you have kids going to college with $116,000 worth of scholarships and stuff that they could. I'm like, man, how the hell do they have all these scholarships? And they were like, oh, it's a Wyoming thing. You could just apply to them. I'm like, this was a thing.
Yep.
I literally could have made like $80,000,
or you could have just done the thing you wanted, but because a guidance counselor was too lazy to do their goddamn job.
Right.
They didn't. It didn't happen.
Unfortunate opportunities were,
like there are a lot of reasons why things change like that, but
thing is as far as being an archaeologist and a paleontologist, even if you're not in debt, it's really hard to make money.
Yeah.
It is. You kind of have to have a separate job and then kind of do that on the side until you become more recognized. You know what I mean?
Or you just get good scrub.
That's what blew my mind. The most highest paid people right now in careers and most successful careers? Computer science.
Why does that blow your mind?
So, it just kind of, it kind of does and it doesn't,
What's the highest
But I'm
thinking,
in the world? Like engineers and stuff like that. But no, people who just know how to work around a computer. That's one of the highest paid things right now.
Duh. I mean, what's the highest valued company in the world?
Well, that's fair. I mean,
Do you know what it is?
Well, there's a lot of them, but
No, the highest valued company in the
I
world.
don't know what the highest. That if I had to take a shot, I would say something like Apple or something, or
If I remember correctly, it is Apple.
yeah. So, educated guess there, the Apple.
So
I know there's another one that's kind of close.
I think Amazon.
Amazon is. I was either gonna say
actually,
Amazon or
no.
Apple.
Interesting.
What is it?
Well, I'm looking at. That's by market cap. Oh, as of 4 days ago, Apple was no longer the world's most valuable company. Oil giant Saudi Aramco?
Oh, so oil from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but then it's Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet. So Google. So I think the oil thing is just because of the exact moment in time we're living in.
Yeah, where
That's not
oil
gonna
prices are outrageously high for some reason.
Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet will last. They're going to remain right there at the top forever.
Right. Yeah.
Because they can't go away. The world is too dependent on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Which shouldn't be, but...
Why?
Dependent on... We have enough oil to be self-sustaining.
No, I'm talking about Apple, Google, and Alphabet, you jackass.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I literally said the names.
I heard what you said, just did not comprehend it. That happens sometimes.
It's like,
that's just why I think I have ADHD.
Isn't that the goal? Isn't that the capitalist goal, to let the companies that do the best work be relied upon and never fail? That like the whole point?
Right. Yeah.
I view it as not a great point, but that's fine. Because, whatever. We're not getting into that. I'm not in the mood right now.
You should go to sleep.
That's valid. I don't want to.
I want to.
No, mostly I need to, I don't know. It's that weird time of day where it's like, if I go to sleep now, I'm going to wake up at like 1 a.m.
Well.
But also, how the fuck do I stay awake any longer than what I'm doing right now?
That sounds like a you problem. I might go home and take a nap, get up, and then go back to sleep.
Fuck you. I don't know if this...
I have a hard time getting to sleep, but once I do sleep, I can just sleep.
Fuck you.
This guy, he doesn't know how to sleep.
I can't get to sleep. I can't stay asleep. Can't go back to sleep.
If they'd legalize marijuana in the state of Wyoming, he'd have a hell of a lot better time.
Little easier. For sure.
When you're your own boss, I mean, you don't have to worry about drug tests, so.
That's valid. Imagine Twitch tries to start drug testing.
Oh my lord.
I wonder how many streamers they would lose.
All of them?
I don't know if all of them.
Okay, 99.8% of them.
Right? It's like, who doesn't... Well, it depends on what they test for, I guess.
My thing is why does it matter as far as Twitch is concerned? Shit,
right?
They're making money. What the hell do they care?
The amount of people who are just smoking on Twitch is hilarious.
No, the confusing part for Twitch is watching them smoke it on Twitch and then somehow still pass their drug test. Because, they're Twitch streamers. They're clever. Not all of them. It's
not that hard. There's pills you can take. There's tricks.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks out there.
It's interesting. I don't think I've ever been drug tested in my life.
Oh, I have. Multiple times. Because I've worked for a lot of industrial places.
Oh, that's fair.
The most stage fright one would be for the power plant. This 80-year-old woman had to stand in there and watch me pee in a cup, and she's all trying to have a conversation with me. I'm like, just shut up. Let me focus. I had to pee really bad, but I couldn't get it to come out. And I'm like, I'm a little stage fright here. Can you turn your head a little? Good Lord. It's awfully cold in here.
Well, they gotta.
I don't remember it being this cold in here.
They gotta make sure you're not swapping pee.
Yeah.
People do it all the time,
I
man.
know.
I get why they do it.
I know a guy that I recently worked with who smokes pot just about every 5 seconds. And he needed to pass the drug test, so he had his kid pee in a cup.
Yep.
And took that with him, and that's how he passed his.
My lord.
I was, and he's all in the bar freaking bragging about it. I'm like, I don't know if that's something I would brag about. You got your 8-year-old.
I don't know if that's something I would brag about, because I'm a bartender who also talks on the internet, so I just exposed you to the world.
Yeah,
what happened to bartender patron confidentiality?
I didn't say any names. Didn't say any names.
You didn't need
this
to.
Is just
he
ran
knows who he is.
What? I doubt he'll ever see this.
I don't know.
And if even if
this
he does,
is the one episode.
Even if he does, now you know my.
This is the one episode that would blow up and get views, because
our
the entire world. Yeah. Because then we have to deal with all the bullshit.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, shit. You're getting famous is getting famous, right?
I don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Yes, you do.
That's why I don't know. I've been sitting here contemplating this whole time whether this is one that's actually getting posted or not.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why it would be that bad.
Because the internet's a weird place. You know that, and I know that.
Well, did we say anything illegal?
Illegal? Well,
like racist stuff?
Have. Well, no, that's not what I mean. Just political opinions are super divisive, and I don't know. The divisiveness is the part I don't know if I want to deal with.
Well, I mean, in that case, why don't you quit TikTok? Because you have more divisive crap on TikTok so far than any of your YouTube videos.
Well, see, no, you're missing. I mean, you're right, but well, that's divisive.
Aaron Rodgers sucks. He's a terrible quarterback. Why would you pick Aaron Rodgers? Like, huh?
My brain hurts.
I don't know.
Pretty sure we got TikTok comments while I was sitting here.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Maybe. Probably not.
I hope so.
Please do a team featuring people. Why didn't you pick Randy Moss? It's almost like I explained that in the video. It's tough.
The amount of times he has to say that is like, did you not listen or read anything?
Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers all day. That's
false. Well, I mean, I don't.
What about the Steelers? I don't understand. This guy just comments Steelers.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
It's what? Vic greater than Matt Ryan? No. Oh, that one I have been missing on, which is valid. Never picking Deshaun Watson when the Browns come up.
Oh.
But I also still refuse to believe he's ever going to play another NFL game again. I don't know. It just feels weird.
We'll find out, I guess.
I don't know. I like my teams not to be full of people like that, so.
Right.
I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about and isn't taking that to a weird place.
Racist.
Yeah, that's... No,
he's not racist. It's just not. He's just not a very good human.
I don't
being.
accept shitty humans on my team, unless somebody requests that they be on the team. I really got to figure out a new way of doing TikToks. I am so over draft hat videos. It's just stupid.
But that's famous, man.
I don't know if I'd say famous, but
you're pretty famous.
I don't know if I agree.
I agree.
I mean, I might be the most famous person you know, currently.
Actually, no.
No, I know you...
On TikTok, anyway.
No, just because you met Logan Wilson back in the day, you don't know him.
I'm not. I'm talking about kid in my class. Female.
Ooh.
Starts with a J, ends with a B. Or starts with a J, her last name with a B.
Yeah.
Also has a twin brother.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she just posts a bunch of ranching videos and horse riding videos. She gets on average like 100,000 views and...
Sure.
Yeah. So I was shocked because I just became friends with her on TikTok recently. And I clicked on one of her videos, and I'm like, geez, that video blew up. And then I just, like, scrolled out, and it was, like, every single one of those videos are...
I'm like, maybe it was just the one. I've had multiple videos with 100K.
Right.
But not consistently 100K, I wish.
And the amount
That's
of
the
likes,
other thing
you
is
know, she's getting like 3,000 plus likes every time.
I don't know if I can just do draft hat videos and keep growing. I don't know. At some point, I feel like I'm going to run out of people who are interested in this.
I would do it until you find something else that...
I just want to talk about football. I'm sick of saying players' names. I don't know.
Let's say make every other draft hat video or something. Just make a sports talking video or something.
My bigger issue is I'm sick of going back 9 months for requests.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's also part of the thing that got me to where I was doing every single request.
Yeah.
But also, there's so fucking many.
Yeah, every time you post a video, there's 9 more freaking requests.
Right? It's like, I'm still in December, guys. We chill for a week.
Right.
It's tough. It's a weird thing to be complaining about. I get that.
I would just cap it off if I would, you know.
Why is the recording timer frozen? And how long has it been frozen?
Has it stopped recording?
No, it's still going. But it's just not timing it anymore. That's weird.
Weird, okay. Interesting.
Because it was definitely on an hour and 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
At least it feels like it's been that long. But I saw it hit an hour. And what felt like half an hour later, I looked up and it was 1:03. I was like, oh my god.
That's how you know you're tired.
It's been 4:50 something for 7 hours now. I swear we started at 4:51. Oh, man.
Probably ought to wrap her up here shortly.
Let's see if we get canceled on the internet after this one.
I doubt it. I mean, freedom of speech, right?
Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences, you jackass.
I don't see where we would have violated anything.
We offended somebody, probably. What doesn't offend
people? We wake
people
up and offend people.
That's fair.
We live in Wyoming. That offends people.
I do say cunt a lot.
That's like our go-to word. I mean, Australian people love us.
No, fuck is definitely our go-to word.
Oh, well, that's fair.
I don't think we use any word more than that.
Yeah.
And then probably cunt, and then probably phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're doing phrasing again. Glad we brought that back.
Yeah.
I do need a new phrasing design for merch, though. Oh, you do need to go check out the merch, though.
I know.
It's great.
I know.
Did you see that emote? Like, did I show it to you?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, it's so good. Everybody else has seen it, so I'm not too worried. Not that one. That one is sick. Don't leak that one. The people would be pissed with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know which of the people it is, but the skull emote. You know, the Viking drinking from the skull of your dead enemies thing. Yeah.
Huh.
It's dope. It's dope. Now I want a cup that looks like that, though. I need the umbrella and the straw with it, though. Can't do it without the umbrella and the straw. Do you want an umbrella and a straw, I wonder?
No. Unless I'm on vacation. On a beach somewhere.
So by this time... Nope. Eventually you're going to be making your own content and trying to get yourself canceled.
Yeah, probably. That probably won't take that long. I'll say something stupid.
You do that now. I yell at you about it sometimes.
Yeah, I know. But maybe it'll make me better by having my own platform.
Maybe. Or it'll make you worse, see what you can get away with.
I don't know.
You seem like the type of guy who wants to tickle the balls of the rules.
Not really. I usually tickle balls on accident. It doesn't happen on purpose. It doesn't tickle if you do it on purpose.
Oh, it still tickles if you do it right. I mean, what?
My hands are like, sandpaper, so there is no really doing it right.
That's fair.
So, this is a weird conversation.
Yeah.
And I think we should end it on that.
I lotion up a lot,
Well, so do I, but...
I don't know, my hands are weird. Because they're soft, but they don't, like... If I do, like, I don't know, I'm shoveling something for an entire day, I don't get blisters. But they're just soft. I don't know. I don't know what we're on about. That's enough. I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. If you want to cancel us, go fuck yourself. Peace.
Yeah, so that's the shit that you're trying to...